Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the good old Destination X rundown for 2012. This is going to be the prediction part of the video where we run down what's going on in here. As always, for my TNA videos, I have my special guest, the man with no face, Danny, O Phenomenal X. What's going on?
All right, our contract clause said you cannot call me that anymore, so better not call me that again.
All
But
right.
yeah, we were able to reach an extension unlike Matthew's Saints, but yeah, you got me for the next 6 pay-per-views, bro.
There you go. There we go. I got you all locked up. Well, every time we talk about TNA, we talk about how well the company is doing and how they're putting on a watchable show. In my book, their show's more watchable than Raw is, and definitely more watchable than SmackDown. What has your feelings been going for the last couple of weeks?
I really don't see. I mean, I think it's good and much improved, but I don't think it's great like everyone's saying. I mean, it's still good though, but I don't know where everyone's saying like it's blowing them away.
Hmm. Well, this is the pay-per-view that comes out around once a year. The last year they decided to pump a whole bunch into it and try to make it one of their biggest shots of the year. I know a whole bunch of people that went out and bought Destination X 2011 only because they brought back the six-sided ring. They wanted to send that message to Hogan and Bischoff that they care about the X division, and they used the six-sided ring. A whole bunch of people bought the pay-per-view, and then they never talked about it ever again. We got it this year. They seem to care about the X division right now, but no six-sided ring. What is your feeling on them not really bringing back the six-sided ring, and do they really care about the X division?
Oh man, I didn't even think of that, like the six-sided ring. This is the first time I'm actually like answering something like this. I mean, it doesn't really bother me at all. And for the X division, I mean, they're gonna care about it this month, but like going forward, they're not gonna give a crap anymore. You know what I mean? Like every year.
Yeah, I had the same thing when everybody was making the big deal about Kenny King jumping over, and I don't know if he signed a contract or not. I haven't heard anything, but at least appearing on television, getting fired from Ring of Honor, so on and so forth. I don't know if that's the best move for Kenny King, because I mean Ring of Honor sure liked him as a tag guy. He looked like he had a promising future as a singles wrestler if he went that direction, Ring of Honor, but how far is he really going to get? I mean, like, TNA only cares about these guys so much, and there's only a few guys that have really broke through out of the X division, and a few of the guys that did become stars, like Alex Shelley and Jay Lethal, are now on the outside wrestling for other companies. And then you can also add in Austin Aries, I guess, as well. Oh no, Austin Aries is still with the company. Fuck, what am I saying? But you know what I'm saying. X division stars that they've made aren't in the company anymore. How far do you think Kenny King's going to go?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm really hoping this guy gets the contract. I mean, it's just like took a risk. You know, he left Ring of Honor when he wasn't supposed to. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Left Rhett Titus. He was still the tag champion. So, I mean, I hope he wins the tournament this Sunday. But if he doesn't, I have no idea what's gonna happen. This is
Whatever
huge.
he did, it reminds me a whole bunch of the Monday Night Wars. It put a whole bunch of spotlight on TNA. It put a big spotlight on Ring of Honor as well. Moves like these it's what's good for wrestling. It's what's make it fun to be a wrestling fan when a live TV show is on. So I appreciate what he did. I just look out for what he does in the future. Hopefully, you never know. I mean, Austin Aries, when he came into TNA, nobody really thought he was going to be this far, and look at him. He's main eventing a pay-per-view. I honestly would not have thought he would do that, however long it was he debuted in TNA.
Yeah, I mean, like when Dixie Carter first tweeted that he was gonna be on the show, I didn't really think much of it. I thought like ROH approved, and because like all these other indie guys, but I guess not. It's weird.
Hmm. Weird, weird, weird. All right, well, we've been talking about the X Division. That's what the main pay-per-view is almost pretty much built around, is the big tournament leading up to the TNA X Division Championship Ultimate X match. You got 11 names out there. You got 4 guys that lost matches to qualify. That they get one more shot to get in there. You got Rubix, you got Mason Andrews, you got Dakota Darso, and Lars Only. What do you think about this match?
I think it would be a little nice little spot fest to open the show. You have Jigsaw in there from Shikara. You got Johnny Yuma from PWG, Scorpio Sky, PWG, and some fucking jobber, Repo Man's son. But yeah, it's got some good talent in there. I hope Jigsaw wins, but I think Scorpio Sky will end up winning.
I am honestly overthinking this, and I do admit this, but this match is here for a reason, and I don't think it's really here just to fill time. Do you think there's a possibility that you could have your Ultimate X champion out of this match?
No, but I think one of these guys could get into the match, but not win it. I don't think. No.
All right. Well, from there, I don't know who you picked. It doesn't matter because I don't know any of these guys. I will honestly admit it. If I had to pick somebody, I will pick I'm about to say his name wrong again. Rubik's from the Rubik's Cube.
Wow, you just look for the coolest name, don't you?
No, I was gonna give a shout out to Kevin who appeared on our TNA review last month. He was popping and marking out for him big time, being a big Jigsaw fan. So I was going to give it to him just for Kevin.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't even know how he came up last month. How did he come up?
He was in the call in that big call party we had in our.
No. Jigsaw. How did Jigsaw come up?
I don't know. I just saw him tweeting about him. And it seemed like he was a big deal. Right. Stevie Breach, not the indie man. All right, but here we go. They have 3 TNA wrestlers: Douglas Williams, Kid Cash, Zema Ion. And then they have from the outside, they have Kenny King, a returning Sanjay Dutt, Rashad Cameron, and Flip Casanova. I like that name, Flip Casanova. But those guys are all wrestling in the tournament. Any of those names pop out that say this guy is going to be your future champion?
Kenny King and Sanjay Dutt, I would say.
I think they owe it to Kenny King right now, almost for all the news that and all the heads they brought on the company in this pay-per-view just for him jumping. But I'm not 100% sure they want to put it on this guy, especially with his whole contract thing that's up in the air right now. I would love to see it go on Sanjay. I loved him. It's been a while since he's been in TNA, but I think this is just him making that rare appearance to say hello and then be on the way.
It's a shame they didn't get a few more, like TNA like legends, like P.D. Williams would have been nice. I don't know who else, but like P.D. Williams, they could have worked, but they only brought back Sanjay for some reason.
Yeah, it was good to see him though. But if I had to pick somebody out of this, I honestly want to pick Zema Ion, but they would have found some other way to put the title on him if they wanted to. He's sort of like the one guy that they want to push, but why would they set this whole tournament up and bring out all these outside guys in order to put it on somebody they already had? Makes me sort of think that they don't have the same thoughts about him I do. I'm just going to pick the guy because I think he has the coolest name. I'm going to go with Flip Casanova. That's my pick for it.
Oh, man. Did you see this guy's match or no?
No, I didn't see it.
Listen, he is terrible, and he was, like, so dangerous. I think he broke the guy's nose, actually. It was sad.
Oh, that's no
good.
Dangerous. Yeah, I missed 1 week of Impact. I was devastated. But from here, we're gonna do it opposite this time. We normally start at the top and work our way down the card, but we're gonna work our way up the card, I guess, this time because people actually care about what we're talking about with TNA. Match that makes no sense on here. Besides for to give Kurt Angle a match, is the Bound for Glory series match. Kurt Angle against Samoa Joe. What do you think about this one?
I mean, I think what they did is they looked at their past matches and they want to make this pay-per-view like great wrestling. So why not? They need to have a Bound for Glory series match anyways. Let's make it important.
It is it is the best match that they could give.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think much of this year's Bound for Glory series because James Storm is going all the way. I mean, it's predictable.
It is predictable, but I'm thinking that they're going to make him have another letdown because why is he so far ahead? I would not have given that 20-point head start. I would have made James Storm come from behind and make it that kind of a story, but he's out in first place right now with 36 points. Samoa Joe wrestling, he is in second with 27. Kurt Angle's in fourth with 20 points. I mean, this is if you're not in the bottom 4, you're in this because I mean everybody is pretty tight packed together. Even Magnus has 14 points.
Don't they do like a 4-way tournament like before the pay-per-view before Bound for Glory?
Yeah, they did that last year and I thought that paid off well. But I don't think they've booked it as far out as they are. I think this year. I think this year they have more of a closer plan. The only thing is that they said they were going to make sure everyone wrestled the same amount of matches, but right now I've only seen AJ Styles in 2 matches, and I've seen like James Storm in as many as 5 or 6.
They're doing the house show thing again too to make them important, With they're gonna do the matches on the house shows.
No. They'll catch back up, but this is a good way to get 2 guys on the card, like you said. But who you got winning this match?
Angle.
It makes the most sense to me, too, especially because Samoa Joe already has I don't even know how many. He had negative 10 points, I think, last year, and now he's already up over
Yeah.
20, so he's well over what he did. I'll take Angle as well, try to get him back up in the ratings, see how high he can go. But I am looking for James Storm to fall sometime along the way. From here, we have the main event from last year and a returning match. This time, there's more of an angle built around it. AJ Styles against Christopher Daniels in a last man standing match. What do you think about this one?
I mean, everyone's really high on this match, but I'm just like saying, how many times can you possibly do this match? I don't know if they have had a last man standing match yet, but I don't know what else they can do. I mean, they had an I Quit match last year. I mean, that's close, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, last year was all built around AJ and Daniels in the main event, and then Daniels sort of got he got his feelings hurt that he lost the match, and he felt like he could beat AJ, and that all went into it. Now we're into this whole new angle with Claire Lynch and Dixie Carter and all that. I don't know. I'm looking out for some sort of run in here. I'm not really looking for Kazarian. I know he will be lurking around some corners, but I think that this whole pregnant lady, I don't know where this is going. I keep waiting for AJ to turn heel, but as the shows go on, I don't think it's coming anymore. So something has to happen out of this. There has to be some sort of payoff. So
I don't even think they have a payoff, honestly.
You don't think so? You think they're just making it up as they go week by week?
I think they're just going along. Yeah.
AJ can't beat Daniels for like the 100th time in a row. I understand that they were able to. Yeah, I got Daniels too. I mean, there's no way that. I mean, they were able to capture their tag titles back, and I was thinking that the reason why AJ and Kurt had the belts was that when AJ did his turn, that was when they would drop the titles back. But they dropped them sooner than that, so. I don't know if the tag titles even play into this whole deal anymore, but I'll take Daniels for the win just so Styles has to make this feud keep going, because if he keeps beating him, what's the point, Might as well just, move on and say, I kicked your ass 100 times in a row now, there's no reason to fight you anymore.
Isn't it a shame that, Kaz isn't on this pay-per-view either? He's really good, I think.
He is really good. He is really good. They sure could have found a spot for him in the X division, but I think he's so involved in the storyline is that anything you take him away from that is going to look like they're giving up on it. So from there we go to the surprise man that we talked about earlier, Austin Aries. I don't even think he's been in the company a year yet, and he is in the main event of pay-per-view against Bobby Roode, wrestling for the TNA Championship. Austin Aries has, I guess you can say, everything to lose in this match. He already gave up his X Division title for a title shot. If he loses, he walks away with nothing. But if he wins, he could walk away being a TNA champion. And what do you think about that?
I mean, I think we all know this is going to be a great match, but I don't think Aries is going to come out on top yet. I don't think they're ready to give him the belt.
I am a little surprised. I don't want to say that, Aries isn't going to win, because, I mean, they need some sort of feud for Bobby Roode to be involved in, and they have all of the number one contenders involved inside the Bound for Glory series matches, and it doesn't make sense to anybody who's in the series to get a title shot in that meantime. So, I mean, you need a couple months of filler. Wouldn't you think that this is going to be some sort of a feud, or they're going to title swap, once or twice along the way?
No, I don't think so. I don't think this is anything more than a John Cena R-Truth WWE title match.
Oh my gosh, we're going back to last year in Washington, D.C. for, what's it called, Capital Carnage? Capital Punishment?
Punishment.
There you go. John Cena with a big old American flag on the cover. I'm picking Bobby Roode also. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking that Aries has a chance, but I don't think it's that big of a chance. If I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Roode. I'd be scared that if you took the title off Roode anytime soon, it would take away from Storm versus Roode being that much of a grudge match. Storm feels like that title is his. That's why he's on this quest to win the Bound for Glory series and get his title shot back. He took that time off, he got rested, and now he's ready to get that title. I think if you have any title flips, or if you have any other lasting feuds for Roode, it sort of takes away from what Storm is doing. That's just it? It's all about Storm versus Roode, Bound for Glory. Hey, did you hear the news that I can't go to Bound for Glory? I already had my bags packed, and now I can't go.
Yeah, That sucks, man. I know you were looking forward to
I
that
was, I was.
access.
Disneyland. Disneyland. Me and Mickey, high fives. Get some autographs in my
Yeah.
encyclopedia there. But all right, everybody, we'll be back tomorrow night. Check out Destination X. Come back over here. We'll have the party line going. See how many guests we can get in the room, and go from there. Hope everybody's watching. See ya.